Well, hello. Boy, have we got a kit for you here. This is a vintage Ludwig Jellybean kit. Means it's put together from, well, mostly Vistalite parts, but it's actually built from a whole bunch of really unique pieces of drum history. And I'm trying to sell it on Kijiji, so I'm doing a video here to describe all its flaws and greatnesses to make sure that everybody understands what good value this is. Okay, so it is a 22-inch Vistalite kick in red, and it is what they term a virgin, meaning that there is no tom mount. Now there is a tiny little pilot hole. I can't explain that one, but serial number dates it to 1976, I think. So it is an oddity for sure as to why somebody ordered it with no tom holder, but it came with a hole there anyway. I don't know. It has the original T-rods, but the rims are metal. And to be honest with you, if you've never played a drum with a Vistalite bass drum with metal hoops and an Aquarian super kick too, you need to go do that, because you'll find that it's a really, really nice sounding setup. Then we have blue Vistalite floor toms, 16 and 18. They do not have the original dampeners, although the badges are intact. I think one has a lift in the corner, not that one, but this one. The bass drum badge is solid all the way around. The bass drum is in probably what I would call very good to excellent shape as far as the shell is. The floor toms, I would say, are in good shape. To be honest with you, I restored these myself, because they were the kit I bought that had green crinkle paint all over it to hide the fact that they weren't matching. And what was underneath that green crinkle paint and black, all the hardware was painted black, was these blue Vistalite toms that I spent days and days and days scraping off all that green crinkle paint and scrubbing off all that black trem clad. And they look pretty good. They're not perfect. I think a couple of the lower lugs on the 18 floor tom have little spider webbing, as you can see, but that's to be expected from drums these age, and doesn't really affect it too badly. I mean, I've never had a drum come apart there because of it. I've had seams apart on Vistalites, and I've had a lot of Vistalites. Then there is a 1968 3-ply with re-ring sky blue pearl in very good condition. There is some tarnishing on the hardware here and there, but it's pretty clean. There is one spot on the wrap where somebody has got a burn in it and put a patch. It does have the original baseball bat muffler. It works not as well as new, even when they were new, they didn't stay on. It wasn't a good design. But anyway, it's there. It doesn't work great, nor did it work great from new. And there's a cowbell with a cowbell holder. The hardware is all very good. DW stand with the double tom mount, and then a couple of these sonar, all clean and a little dusty, but they're not rusty. Dusty but not rusty. And the hi-hat stand is pearl. It's got a lot of adjustment. I assume at one point there was some rubbers on these metal adjustable feet, so you could have them on rubber side or spike side. The rubbers don't seem to be there, but really everybody uses spikes in a carpet anyway, right? Cup holder, stick holder. So we have Sabian 14-inch XS20 rock hats, AAX Explosion 15-inch Sabian, medium thin ZHT Zildjian 16-inch, 21-inch AAX Memphis Ride, and then there is a Zildjian thin crash. Maybe it was even a paper thin. No, it wouldn't have been room for that. So it's just a thin crash. Beautiful 14-inch. There is no keyholing or cracking in any of the cymbals. They are in very good shape. Maybe a little tarnished. Yeah, so anyway, I restored these blue drums, and then I'd sold them to a friend, and he built this whole kit around those. So he bought this bass drum, he bought everything else, he selected everything and picked it up. He has passed on, and I am selling this kit for his widow. So not only would you be getting a beautiful drum set, but you would be doing her a solid by paying a nice, fair price for it. So I'm going to set the camera down in the holder, and I will do a little playing to demonstrate it, and there you'll have it. Another thing that I didn't mention is more about the snare drum. So it is a vintage Pearl, right? So the Vistalites are all like mid-70s. The tom-tom is a 68. I'd say this is very early 70s. It's Pearl, but the fascinating thing about it is it's got this wonderful throw-off system. It's actually really smart, better than a lot of modern stuff. It just flicks right off, flicks right on, and it's height adjustable. And the drum is not made of wood, and they're proud of it. It's because it's got these Pan logos that are stock, Pan plastic fiber, and it says. I'll show you the other one. There's the butt angle there, so it adjusts for height, and then goes on and off. And it's not in bad shape either. Little tarnishing and stuff. A couple of the lugs aren't original, but other than that, yeah. Made by the Pearl Drum Company. So yeah, that's quite a piece too. You're not going to find a lot of those out there, I'm sure. I don't think I've forgotten to say anything. It's got the drop clutch for the double bass, which I won't demonstrate because I suck at it. That wood underneath the pedal is more because of the improprieties in my floor. I've had this kit set up in my house and it plays just fine without a piece of wood under the pedal, so it's just because of my poor deck. So that was a long video. If you're still watching now, you must really want to purchase them. So please do that. Goodbye.